What's going on, BZBTV fans? My name is Matt, one of the videographers with BZB Gear, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about resolutions, what they mean, and more importantly, where we're trending as far as a market is concerned. Specifically, we're talking about 8K today, so there's a lot to go kind of dive into with that. I know a lot of people are really still on 4K, so maybe we're going to cover a little bit about what is 8K. Do you need it? Is there even content that's widely available for it? And what you might consider when looking into 8K. So joining me today to talk about this, we got Joel Cruz, our marketing director, and Florante, one of our other videographers. So how are you guys doing today?
Good. Getting a little cold
Very
now.
good.
I think fall is arriving finally.
Yes, sir.
I guess we just need the rain now in California.
Yeah.
Still in that drought,
Yeah, we could dedefinitely use a little bit of rain here in Texas.
I'm liking this weather.
The lawn outside is not looking too great. It needs a little bit more water, but you can only use so much water. It's a little like California right now with the drought.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Halloween decorations. Me and the kids started putting up some of our Halloween decor. We got some new items coming in, so waiting for that to come in the mail. I told them, we're gonna have like one new item a year. So every year we're gonna have something new, dress up the house. So we're having a little fun with that.
Okay. You guys big on Halloween over there?
What was that?
I said, are you guys big on Halloween over there at your house?
Yeah, hell yeah. Especially since it got canceled last year, or was it 2 years ago? That was like the first time. It was so creepy. It was even scarier to see Halloween night with nobody, because I mean, you look down, it's all dark. No, it's so quiet. Everyone was quarantining, and it was that was truly scary.
Yeah, just a little bit weird.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with you, Flo? How you doing?
Good, man. Just hanging in here.
I see that nice piece. Nice piece behind you.
Yeah, it looks like you're hanging out a little bit in your art den.
That's right. I am in my art den, with
Magic happen.
all the things going on. I'm just trying to stay in my little cave and picking up the paintbrush and stroking it here with the paintbrushes and just that's good. It, man. Just hanging out.
If only this broadcast was in 8K, because then we could go zoom in, and see all the nice detail on that behind you.
Yeah.
All right, so
nice segue.
I think we'll use that as a little bit of a segue to kind of get into the topic. So, resolutions, there's a lot to cover, but really, what you need to know when it comes to resolutions is typically it's in a resolution of like 1920 by 1080p. So what that really means is that's kind of the assembly of the pixels that you have on that screen or in that broadcast. So it'd be 1920 pixels by 1080 pixels, for example. That's going to be your width and then your height of the screen. So you've got 1080p, which is kind of like the market standard. That's going to be regular HD. You have 2K, which is going to be I forget the exact resolutions, but that's essentially double the resolution of 1080p. So double the pixels, and then you get the 4K, which is going to be is it 8 times or is it 4 times? I forget. Anyways, 4 times the pixels. It gets really into the weeds. All I know is that when you get to 8K, it gets really ridiculous, and that is 16 times the pixels of 4K.
Yeah.
16 times the pixels of 1080p.
1080p, yeah.
So yeah, it gets really insane.
4 times 4K.
Yeah, 4 times 4K. So
4 times 4K, 16 times when it comes to 1080p. Man, I'm getting confused there, guys.
It gets a little confusing. It can be. That's why you don't really refer to it too much as like, oh yeah, that's 8 times the resolution or blah blah blah. You just use 1080p, 2K, 4K, UHD, whatever word is kind of being thrown at the audience. You just kind of break it down into 4K, 8K, 6K, 2K, all those crazy things. We have a little bit of a nice little visualization of this if you want to see the difference. So if I just pull this up right here, this is just a picture that would kind of show you what the differences is between 1080p, 4K, 5K, which you don't really see a whole lot, and then 8K. So as you can tell by just looking at this photo, there's a lot more pixels to the image of an 8K image. So that HD up in the top left corner, that is the entirety of what a screen would be if it was in 1080p. And if you look at the 4K, it's about a fourth of the entirety of the screen of 8K. So it's pretty impressive the amount of pixels that we are able to fit into these displays with an 8K feed. Now, there are going to be some drawbacks to that. Obviously, there are a lot of upsides because when you're getting that many more pixels, you're definitely getting a whole lot clearer image. But that does come at a cost. And that cost is really going to be price, because 8K displays are not going to be cheap, that's for sure. And bandwidth, because including that much information on a stream or even just a card, if you're recording to a card or something like that, or even a hard drive, you're talking a lot of information, a ton. So anybody else want to add into this conversation?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, since you're talking about bandwidth, that's definitely going to be one of the main concerns with 8K resolution. And we'll discuss topics too, like, is it time to get an 8K TV? We'll talk a little bit about that later on. But for you to be able to watch 8K content, your TV is going to need to have support for HDMI 2.1, which is actually the most recent update. Currently, a lot of TVs now have HDMI 2.0, which allows for 18, I believe 18G when it comes to the bandwidth. But with HDMI 2.1, you're getting a bandwidth that basically it's increased to 48 Gbps. So as far as that, your network's going to be able to need to support it if you're streaming. But yeah, so that is what's required for 8K. And there's some TVs out there now that are kind of trickling out with this technology and that have HDMI 2.1 that can support 8K. But I guess it's a good segue. Like, is it a good time to purchase an 8K TV? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, on that, we did a video about, I think, 3 years ago on 8K, and it was just kind of, new at the time. It was available then, and 3 years later, that it's still, I mean, there still really is no content for 8K. You guys mentioned earlier, we were talking, about YouTube and what was the other? Was it
Vimeo?
That they might provide 8K content, but I mean I think PS5 and Xbox Series, I was reading that they maybe try to do 8K, but Blu-ray players, there's nothing out there that produces 8K content. So I mean,
I wouldn't necessarily say nothing, because there's actually, at least in the film world, there's a lot of cameras that will do 8K. The market is trending in that direction as far as cameras are concerned. So it's not uncommon to see 6K and 8K popping up here and there. A lot of times content might be shot in that format, but then they downscale it to like 4K. And there's obvious advantages to that, because number one, you're getting more information, but you're packing it into a smaller, basically file size. So that picture at 4K using an 8K camera, it was recorded in 8K, but they're exporting in 4K. It's going to look better than normal 4K. So I'd say you can definitely find the content out there, but as far as like what is available to you as a consumer, like, you're not going to be getting 8K footage on your TV from like the NFL game down at AT&T Stadium next weekend. They might be shooting some of it in that, because it's not uncommon. I think the Olympics, actually, the last Olympics, they were shooting in 8K.
That's right.
So they had 8K cameras out there that they were using, but you're not getting the content delivered in 8K. So they're probably just using it and then just downscaling it. So that's kind of the way that it's working right now. Yeah. I'd imagine you're not even really getting 4K really delivered to your TV that often. So what's the market? I think a lot of it is going to be in the next few years. I think we're going to start seeing 4K be kind of like the regular delivery. I think a lot of things like sports will probably start moving in that direction, but it's going to be a bandwidth problem for them as well, right? Because they have to send it over either through the air, whether that be satellite or something along those lines, maybe even fiber cables. So I think that's a big hurdle that needs to get kind of tackled before we even get to really seeing 8K being delivered commonly to your house. But like you mentioned, you can definitely get 8K content through YouTube. There are definitely guys who have some really nice cameras on YouTube that are doing some really cool content in 8K. So if that's something you're looking for, you can definitely get that. And I think I'm not entirely sure if streaming services have content above 4K yet, like movie-wise for like Netflix, for example. I know they do 4K now, but not entirely sure if they do 8K
yet. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. And speaking of 8K content, you can get it on YouTube. I actually was trying to watch an 8K film earlier on YouTube, and you'll notice it's going to be choppy, and it's because of the bandwidth. Trying to stream all that bandwidth, again, it's not true 8K. It's kind of downgraded down to 4K when you're trying to watch it on maybe your computer or even your TV, just because, again, most monitors and screens just don't support it. But you'll even see some choppiness, and although it's available out there, it looks really nice. You'll see how crisp it can look. But I feel like we're not quite ready for 8K yet.
Yeah.
Although there are some monitors and TVs out there that do support it, as well as cameras.
Yeah, I mean, I think when we get into pricing for monitors, I just looked up earlier, like costs of 8K TVs, and man, they're ranging from 5, 6, 7,000 up to, I think Sony got a crazy one like $20,000.
Yep.
So I mean, like like you guys are saying, like right now, it's not really worth getting. I mean, if you're trying to get a monitor, TV, I mean, you're better off getting a 2,000, same price, maybe the lower end 8Ks, for say $2,000. You could get a really high end 4K display, and that you'll get more. That'll be more value for you right now. I mean 8K. I mean the TVs eventually, like in a few years. With everything else, the prices will go down, and content will be, more content will be available for consumers, for end users. So maybe at that time it'll make more sense to invest in an 8K TV.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That being said, that doesn't mean that we as a company or even the market as a whole is really neglecting 8K. Like we mentioned, there are certain events that are utilizing cameras that are up to that resolution, which means there is some sort of a demand for products that will be able to handle 8K. A lot of times, maybe that might be an auditorium or something along those lines. Something where you have a live performance going on, and you need to be able to send a signal from the camera to a display that people that are there can look at the display and see what's going on. So I believe we, as a company, BZB Gear, are working on some 8K products. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes. We are working on some 8K products. We'll be hopefully releasing more news and information. But we'll probably have some splitters and some HDMI switchers that will support 8K, and it's just around the corner. And again, we know there's displays out there now that are supporting it. So we want to be on top of the technology. Obviously, that's what we do with as far as our products. We want to just be on top of the trend, and we're definitely developing something, and it is on the way. So just another reason why you want to subscribe to BZBTV, because we try to be on top of the trends, and when it comes to these types of products, we'll definitely unleash them as soon as we get more information, but they're definitely in the works.
Sweet. So, gentlemen, do we have anything else we want to talk about when it comes to 8K?
What else?
I'm not entirely sure. I think we've covered pretty much everything. It's kind of it's a wide topic to cover, but once you kind of understand what really all 8K is, just because there's not a whole lot available on the market yet or a whole lot that you can do with it, I don't think there's a whole lot more that we can talk about too much. So I think that just about does it for 8K. But Joel, I think we do have something that's happening this week, right? Something that's going on out here in Texas.
Yes, indeed. Over there in Arlington, BZB Gear will be exhibiting at Covelo, Texas, 2022. It's a one-day event. It'll be going down actually tomorrow, Thursday. So it's free to attend. You just have to go and register on their site. But yeah, it's a one-day event, a pro AV for entertainment and commercial industries. As well as education, houses of worship, and whatnot. So we will be bringing, obviously, our award-winning, three-time award winner, Adamo series, which is available now in, NDI HX3 and Dante AVH models, along with our TAA compliant AV over IP system, IP Gear 4K, 8x8, 16x16 switchers. As well as I believe we will have like a few other broadcasting, but it's mainly a pro AV show. So, HD base T signal extenders and the like. So, if you're in town, Arlington, come join us for at Covelo show tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I believe it's going down at Texas Live. Pretty cool venue. It's got drinks and all that stuff. Pretty nice place. And then right down the street, you can go see Jerry World, AT&T Stadium, if you're really into football. So it's right there. Totally wasn't there a week ago, so definitely wasn't there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They are playing. Wait, are they? No. I thought they were playing Thursday night football tomorrow, but they might be playing Sunday night actually.
I don't know if they've got another home game. I was just there the other week seeing the.
Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry. They're playing the Eagles this week, and actually the game is in Philly. But I keep hearing about Jerry's World. That stadium is something a sight to see.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. So
it's pretty cool.
Aren't you, Matt? Aren't you going to the show?
I'm not. No, I'm not. It'll be. It'll be Oberon and Matthew.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
I see.
But
for some reason I thought
coming up later this month, we do have like Joel mentioned the CFX, correct?
CFX, yeah, you'll be there at that one.
And I'll be there. I'll be at CFX.
Okay, go look for Matt on that show.
All right, well, gentlemen, thank you for coming on. I think that just about covers everything that we wanted to cover for 8K. Just keep an ear out on the channel. We're probably going to have a few 8K products coming up here pretty soon. Something that we're definitely going to be pretty proud to unveil. Just looking forward. We want to keep pushing the boundaries and looking forward to what's coming up next, so that way we're not late to the game. We want to be ahead of the curve, delivering products that are going to be needed. So until next time, we'll catch you